All right. Okay, it is live here. And then let me check to see if we're live on the main page. Let's see. Now, it didn't go live in the consigner group. Okay, yeah, showing that it is live. Yep. Okay, so let me go from here. For some reason, it's not showing on my, there it is on my laptop, but there it is. Now, let me see if I can share this into our consigner group. And I think we are live on Instagram.
Woohoo.
For the first time. Let me just double check. Hey, everybody that is out there watching us getting it together. I am just going to check to see if we're live on Instagram. I think I might need to click this. Let's see. Oh, yep. We are live for the first time on Instagram. Woohoo!
Woohoo.
Yay! All right. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I'm Fran. I'm the owner of Just Between Friends Sugarland, and I'm here with Amy, our wonderful manager, and we are talking tagging tonight. This is our last tagging with friends. Can you believe that?
I still can't get over that we're 21 days away.
Girl. I know. Yesterday I was looking at the dates and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it is here already.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready.
I am too. I am too. Like, we start our sale season cycle like 12 weeks out, and then like at that 12 weeks and even like at 10 weeks, it's like, oh, it's so far away. And then it just like time speeds up, and then bam, like
And then bam, we're here. Yeah.
So, oh my goodness. So, welcome everybody. If you have any questions, please feel free to put those questions in the chat. We're live on 3 channels. So, we are live in our consigner group, which is a private group. But you can join that group. We encourage you to join that group so that you can get all of the latest and greatest information, and also join our group of veteran consigners and get tips and tricks of selling with JBF. So we're live there. We're live on YouTube, and we're live on our main page. Actually, we're live on 4 channels, and then we're live on Instagram. So yay! I'm just gonna double check one more time, make sure we're live in the consigner group, and then we can get started. Yep. All right. So tonight is our last tagging with friends. We have gone over clothing, toys. What else have we done? Accessories,
Shoes, books,
puzzles, games.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've done all of those things.
Yeah.
So tonight we're talking about big items, how to tag those things, what you're going to do whenever you go to drop off for those items. We'll talk a little bit about Mommy Mart and bedding. All right, so if y'all have
Brian, I'm
questions.
going to step away because my dog just grabbed something he's not supposed to. So let me
So like I said, if you have any questions, just put those in the chat, and hopefully we will be able to see them. If we can't see them, then we will definitely go back and answer those after the fact. Our sale is coming up quickly. It is February 25th through the 28th. Those are the dates of the actual sale event itself. But if you're selling with us, our drop off dates are February 23rd and 24th. Those are the dates that you will be able to come in and drop off your items. And set them out. And we'll have another video next week starting to talk about all about drop off. And you'll get some emails about drop off as well. So you'll be well informed about drop off to make it easier for you. And I always do a video showing you how to go in into the Fort Bend County Fairgrounds to get to us, and how sometimes it's like a little maze. So we'll show you how to get in and stuff dropped off. But it's February 20th, the week of February 23rd at the Fort Bend County Fairgrounds. So it is an all season sale. So you can sell, all of the different variety of seasons. This is Texas. This morning it was like really cold. And then by the time I left out the house, like at 11:30, it was warm.
Taking the jackets off, all the
Yeah.
things.
So anyhow, Amy, do you want to start with what I know you have more items than I have? So do you want to start talking
Sure.
about some of your items?
Sure. So I am selling a crib. I wasn't going to bring that because there's no way that it would fit. My crib is disassembled. So my plan is to assemble it on site. So you have two options. You can bring it assembled or assemble it once you get there. Just make sure you leave yourself plenty of time if you are assembling, a large item. I always ask my husband to come with me to do that part. So he takes care of the assembling things if we're fortunate and lucky enough to do that. So
Yeah.
we make it kind of a date night and have dinner beforehand. But anyways, so I am selling a crib. And so I went ahead and I grabbed, this is the packet that comes with the crib. It has like my extra hardware. You can't even really see it, but my extra hardware is in there. All of like the stuff that came with the crib, I have in here. And I even have my manual. I have sold another crib in the past and I didn't have these things, and that's still okay. I just printed the instruction manual offline. I've seen other ways too, Fran, like people do a QR code or a website or something. Yeah. So there's different options. But it is, if you do have them, it's good to, keep it with there. So that will be with the crib when I assemble it. Big items need a yellow tag. And so this goes for any large item that think of a pregnant mom can carry with one arm or one hand. So think about it that way. If she can't, then needs one of these. It also just helps too, like to free up their arm space so that they can shop for more things, to have these. So this holds, the bottom part is what the the buyer, the shopper would take if they're interested. And, I don't have a tag to put on it. Fran, yeah, there you go. Sorry, I'm probably stealing what you're going to say.
No, you go ahead. I'm just going to show it.
Yeah, so we cut our tag, and right where like you would insert the safety pin, and that top part goes at the top. Yeah, so you cut right where that safety pin is, right where their finger is. That top part goes at the top, and that stays on the item. And then the bottom portion goes on the bottom, and this is what the buyer would take off to bring to the cash register. And then we can help them make sure that they can get it loaded in their cars to take home. So it's really important that you get these on site. We will have a bunch of them, right, Fran?
Yeah. And then also in the consignor guide, there is a spot that you can open in the consignor guide, making sure that it's there. But there is a spot where you can print out your own. It doesn't have to be on yellow paper. If you print it at home, you can just print on white paper. That's fine. But you can print it off yourself at home and do it ahead of time if that helps. But like Amy said, we have a ton of them at the sale that you can just bring your tags We always have some scissors there and tape or stapler, where you can go ahead and attach your tag to the yellow tag. And then we always have either curling ribbon or zip ties where you can use to attach this to your item. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I skipped over this important are so we have a waiver or checklist, waivers for the car seats and cribs. So this would be attached to the crib that I'm selling, and you just go ahead and go through the checklist and fill out the bottom portion. It's pretty simple, but it's good to make sure that when you are doing this, main thing is when your crib was manufactured.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to make sure that it hasn't been recalled. And it does even say on here if you have the instructions. Um, and if you don't have them, we do ask that you obtain them somehow, some way. So I've seen it, like we mentioned earlier, different ways. You could print it out from online, but most of them are found online. So you could just do a QR code or like a website or something for them to go
Mm-hmm.
to. But yeah, so this would be in there as well. So I would include all of that once I set up my crib, and this would be, where it's visible and ready to go.
Yeah. And we do ask, as I'm sorry, were you saying something, Amy?
I just said, did I skip anything? I think I covered crib.
Yeah, you covered everything wonderfully. I was just going to reiterate that, like you said, Amy mentioned about assembling the crib. We do ask that you assemble the crib because one, it'll sell better. Anything that's like opened up, not in a box, not in a bag, will sell better. So we ask that you have it out and assembled so people can look at it and inspect it. And also that way the seller knows and we know that all of the pieces are there. Because if you have it disassembled and, there's nuts and bolts and screws and things and, something isn't there, then the person taking it home is not going to be happy because they can't put it back together. So we ask that it is assembled. And like Amy said, it does take a little bit of extra time. So plan ahead for that. But you can definitely sell your cribs. You can sell your twin size beds, toddler beds. With the toddler beds, it can't be like the conversion from the crib. It has to be a true toddler bed only. But we do accept any of that type of children's furniture.
Mm-hmm. Now with mine is a conversion. It has the pieces that make it into bed later on, but it's the crib, so I could sell those with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's all in one.
Yeah. You just can't sell it as a
right,
converted toddler bed.
Right, got it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I think you explained everything like beautifully. I'll show this. It was a little stressful. I was hoping I didn't drop anything back there. But this is one of those little, kind of bouncer seats. And with this, you can attach your tag with a safety pin or a tagging gun. There's lots of places where you could attach it with the tagging gun that would not create a hole. So you can do that or use, like I said, a safety pin. But even though this is something that, can be carried with one hand or, it's easily carried, we do oftentimes put the yellow tags on these too, just because they take up, a lot of space in wagons as people are shopping. And then when we have those yellow tags, it allows the item to kind of stay on the floor, but the person doesn't have to, they don't have to move it to hold or walk around with it and stuff. So these, we still, a lot of times we'll put the yellow tag on. It kind of just depends if, how many, if we have a ton of them or what, but oftentimes we will. So you can either do it yourself um, sometimes at the sale we'll decide, yeah, we need to put
Mhm.
yellow tags on those, and we'll stick yellow tags on them.
Yeah. Are you going to talk about that booster seat behind you too?
Sure.
I just happened to see it.
Yes. So something like this, you're going to want to make sure that the sound works. If it has batteries, that there are batteries in there, and that it works. You're going to want to also make sure that like the straps are okay, like they're not all nasty. So you might have to like take a toothbrush and use some soap, liquid soap or whatever, some Dawn maybe, and scrub it out, or just even hot water sometimes just
Mhm.
um, will help. But yeah, you can sell things like this. And with this, I would just attach the tag. Where's my tag? I would just attach the tag either on the inside with some tape. You can attach it. There's lots of little spaces, where you could attach the tag in the back. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about that, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, these sell really well.
Mhm.
So yeah.
We also, I don't have them out with me. I just thought of this, but if you have like really large toys, like outside toys, water tables, those kind of things, they all go in our large item area. Um, and so, like, I have a ride on cow thing that I was thinking of too. I didn't pull it out, but that would go over there and it would be the same thing. It's light, so it could be carried, but it takes up a lot of space. So it's in the big, large area, large
Hmm.
item area. That's what I meant to say. So I would put one of these on there too. So all those big toys go in that area too.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the point was that I was trying to make.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Um, Yellow tags for those things too. Any bicycles, anything like that. And if you get to the sale and you don't know, just you can just always ask. We do a check-in when you come in, so you'll see either Amy or myself. When you come in to drop off your things, you make your drop off appointment, and then you come in at your drop off time, you check in with us. And so that's a good time to ask, if you have any questions about anything, and if you need those yellow tags.
Mhm. We'll
Yeah.
also have crib waivers and car seat waivers up
Yep.
there too. That if you didn't print it beforehand, we'll have that for you to fill out
Hmm.
because you need to have that in order to sell it.
Yeah, we can't sell it without it. You have to have your signature on there. And
Mm-hmm.
basically, it's, assurances to the seller, or I'm sorry, to the shopper that, your crib or car seat, it hasn't been damaged, like a car seat hasn't been in any wrecks or anything like that. And so, and that it is, within the time frame. So speaking of the time frame for car seats, you need to have at least a year left before it expires. So we cannot take expired car seats. It has to have at least a year of life left to it. And you need the car seat waiver for the car seat and booster seats. You don't need it for the base, but booster seats and car seats, you do need that waiver.
Side note, just wanted to say this. I did not know car seats expired until I started working with JBF or like being involved
Really?
with JBF. Yeah, I did not know. And I feel like there are a lot of people that don't know that out there
Yeah.
that car seats do expire. So just make sure you check.
Yeah. And it is on there. It's usually,
It's on the
um,
back, right? Under
yeah,
the
like
back.
usually like in this area, like where they
Mm-hmm.
have the different little warnings. Sometimes there's another spot where they'll have it, but yeah, just look around on your car seat. You will find something that has either a manufacture date or expiration date on there.
Yeah.
And I believe most car seats is 10 years, I believe, but there's some that have like a little bit different, certain
Mm-hmm. It's like
brands.
between 7 and 10, I think, is what
Yeah.
I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, but just take a look at it. It should have it on there. And if you have questions, even if you have questions before you drop off, I mean, before you drop off is ideal to go ahead and ask those questions because you don't want to haul a bunch of stuff up to the fairgrounds and then find out that you can't sell it. So
Hmm.
um, ask in the consigner group. You can always message myself. You can message Amy. If you're new to selling with us, then you have a consigner coach, McKenna. She can answer those questions for you as well. So don't hesitate to ask questions. We are here to help get you to the finish line. That is what we want to do. So no question is a stupid question. I mean, we are all learning. So
Yeah,
ask those
for,
questions.
for sure. Well, I have two items in the other categories if you want to transition from big items and
Yep.
or okay.
That's fine. And what
Um,
we'll do, just real quick, what for those looking or watching, what we'll do is once Amy finishes her other items, we'll kind of go through the consigner guide and just take a look at it. There's some promos for bringing large items, so we'll take a look at that, and that's all in the consigner guide.
okay, well, I'll be quick. So some of the areas we haven't touched on have been like bedding and like room decor, those kind of
Hmm.
things. So I brought one from each. So this would be categorized under room decor. It's like one of those baby mobile, like, the hanging things above the crib. And so I put it in a Ziploc bag and taped my tag on top of that. I didn't close this one because I did want, like, if someone wanted to check it, they could bring that up to the front and get it checked.
Hmm.
But um, I went ahead and took a picture of it hanging, and so that way they could see like all the aspects of it. So something like that, if it's something that you need to like fold up and put in, like with bedding, especially like if you're gonna do like the comforter, the bed sham, all of that, like it might be a good idea to take a picture of it and put that
Hmm.
on the bag on the outside so you can see the contents, what it looks like all the way. If you don't like, if you think about when you go to the store and you buy like a comforter that comes in a bag, it has what it looks like on a bed, so think about it that way.
Hmm.
Whatever will get the buyer, the shopper, interested in seeing what it looks like. They don't have any questions. So that's my tidbit with that. Um, and then my other thing is I have like a wearable blanket.
Those
I
are
think
always fun.
it has, the hood and, all the things. So this is pretty bulky and hard to, in my opinion, hard to like wrap the right way. So
Hmm.
I've seen different ways of going about it. I've seen people put it in one of those big space saver bags.
Hmm.
So that's an option. Um, I want what you're going to say about this because I wonder. Sometimes I've seen people try to hang it, but I know that we don't. Our area that we usually hang things gets pretty full.
Hmm.
So, um, but that could also be an option that you could put it like on a pant hanger or something, right, Fran?
Hmm.
And then what I was thinking about doing, which I don't know, I'm still on the fence about, but I was planning on like wrapping this up really nicely so that you could see the tag. I went ahead and tagging gun,
Hmm.
tagging gun to the tag. But I was going to wrap it up really nicely and tie some curling ribbon around it, kind of make it look
Oh.
like a sleeping bag,
Hmm.
so that it would be, all in one. I mean, obviously you can't see it, but like this, and
Like
then
that, yeah.
take my curling ribbon and tie it around a few times so that it
Hmm.
stays nice and neat, and people can get the gist. On my tag, I wrote um, orange fox wearable blanket plush head. So, they could kind of see what that looks like.
Hmm.
So I mean, because we do put these, our bedding areas, like it has table space too.
Hmm.
So, um, those are your different options for that. Because I know blankets are pretty popular to be sold, comforters, those
Yeah.
kind of things too. So,
Um, and you guys probably see me looking down. I'm just checking for comments, all the different spots. I am listening to Amy, but I'm checking for comments. Since we are in so many different
Yeah.
um, I don't know, sites or whatever
Mhm.
tonight. Um, yeah, I think that would be good with the curling ribbon
Mhm.
on it because people can still see it and
Yeah.
see what it is. Just a reminder for our bedding, we only take toddler and twin size bedding. And then also with bedding, if you have a set of bedding that you're maybe asking a little bit more for than what would be maybe a typical JBF price, and you're asking more because you paid more, like it's Pottery Barn or
Yeah. Ralph
whatever,
Lauren. Yeah.
yeah, some brand that is expensive, then definitely put on your tag like retails for, so that people can see what the pricing is and that you're not just asking, a little bit more, just because you're asking, because it is something that is worth a little bit more. Um, because we have, we talked about it in one of the other lives that sometimes shoppers are not aware. I'm a bargain shopper. I don't necessarily shop for brands. A lot of the more, I guess, luxury brands or whatever, or higher end brands, I'm not familiar with. So, I have to be told. So, if I see something that is like, what I wouldn't consider a JBF price, then I might, kind of think like, what the heck is going on?
Mhm.
But if I know it's something that is supposed to be, higher end or whatever, then I can, take out my phone and look it up and see, okay, this does actually
Yeah.
go for this price, and this is actually really a good deal. So
Mhm.
don't be afraid to put the retail price on there if it's something that you're asking maybe a little bit over. We suggest 1/3 of retail for pricing. If you're asking a little bit more than that, or if it's something that's brand new, or maybe new without tax, things like that, you might want to put the pricing on it.
Yeah. And like we say with clothing, same thing goes with bedding and things like that. Like make sure there's no stains, rips, tears, make sure
Hmm.
they're in good condition. Um, just quality control is very important, especially in thinking about like those bulkier bedding items and stuff, especially if you're going to package them in a certain way. You don't want to hide anything from the shopper. So we can't take anything that's soiled and ripped and
Right.
torn and
Hmm.
messed up. So it needs
Hmm.
to be in good condition. Um, Sheets, they need to be the set, right? Like the full, or the fitted and the sheet. Or I mean, I know crib sheets different because it could just be the fitted sheet,
Hmm.
but if it's like selling it as a twin,
Yeah, it should be the
it
whole
should be the whole
set.
thing. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
um but yeah, other than
Mhm.
that, I mean, I don't know what else to say about bedding. And
Well, actually, it's a good time to say we don't accept crib bumpers.
oh,
So, crib bumpers, we do not accept those. So it doesn't matter if it's the mesh or if it's padded or whatever. We just don't
mhm,
take them at all.
yeah.
Um, So they do not meet our safe sleeping guidelines. And so we do not take those at all. People sell them in the stores, but we can't sell them at JBF.
Mhm.
So what else about bedding? I
There
think
is a
that's pretty.
limit, right? There's a limit
There
for.
is a limit for
Mhm.
bedding. I believe it's 10 items. I'm going to go and check our
Yeah.
handy dandy consigner guide, because that is your source of truth when you can't remember, when you've had a long
Yeah.
day and you're tired and you're like, what the heck? Go to that consigner guide and it should have it in there. And if you still don't see it, put it in the in the consigner group and ask. And again, there are no dumb questions. we might refer you back to the consigner guide. Well, we'll answer and then show you where it is in the consigner guide if it's in there, just so that you will know, and that somebody else just helping other people out as they look. But yes, for blankets and bedding, it is a 10 tag limit. Um, and we'll go over the other limits in a little bit when we look at the consigner guide. And now we can talk about Mommy Mart. Mommy Mart
Right.
has a 5 tag limit, and Mommy Mart has to be marked reduced.
Reduced.
Amy, what you drinking over there?
It's nothing. I put it in a fancy glass, but it's sparkling water.
Okay. I meant to ask you that earlier. I saw you
Sorry.
when we
Yeah, I'm
first.
treating myself. I haven't. I'm on a. I was doing dry January. That's continued on to February. So.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm just treating myself.
I should
Sorry.
have put some water in here. I didn't bring it in. My throat is like
And I'm
so.
also sneaking a snack every once in a while because I'm hungry. I don't know why, but dinner was not filling. So,
Like that
so don't
sometimes.
mind me over here.
Do what you got to do, girl. Do what you got to do. But yeah, so Mommy Mart, 5 tags total. Mommy Mart, we actually like kind of started calling it like Parent Plaza, renaming it, but it's still Mommy Mart. But the rename was because we were we are like inclusive. So if there's some things for dad that he wants to sell as well, he can put it in there. It's not just for moms. We have a lot of dads that shop JBF and find some cool things. They always get so excited when they find like clothes that they can or shoes that they can wear.
Yeah. Or
So,
like collectible things, like guys
yes.
have their man caves and stuff. So if they find those kind of things, I remember one guy was so excited about finding some stuff that it was like room decor, but it was like superhero related, but it was like vintage superhero, so it wasn't like kitty at all. It didn't
Yeah.
look like that, and he was super stoked about it. So
Yeah.
yeah, don't shy away from manly things.
Yeah. It can go in there. Just make sure it's under 5 or it's at 5 items.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
just don't go over 5 items. But yeah, Mommy Mart, you can put things like maybe if you have oh my god, my mind is blanking. Maybe if you have like some Bath and Body Works that has not been opened, not open, not used, might want to put that in there. We cannot accept anything in glass though. So picture frames, if it's a glass picture frame, we're not able to take that. If it has like the plastic,
Plexiglass or whatever.
yeah,
Well, not, yeah.
if it has that, then we can take that. So like behind me, you see these 2 little pictures. If you wanted to sell that in Mommy Mart, put it together, and if it was plexiglass or plastic, then you could do that. Amy, tell them what you sold last time.
I'm still kicking myself about it. I sold my Cricut maker, with all of like I had all the tools, all the extra vinyl. I mean, I just made a bundle of it. So if you bought it from me, thanks. But I also am missing it at this point because my life's different than when I was selling it. But no, it was sitting under in my craft room, never being touched. And then because I was a teacher when I had it, and then I became a stay-at-home mom. And now I'm back to teaching, and I'm borrowing friends. So, but anyways, no, like you can sell those kind of things too. Hobbies, interests, things that, you like. I mean, really think about really anything as long as it's not glass.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
is small enough too that it doesn't take
Yeah.
up too much space. I bought a and there were 2 of them in the sale last time. I bought a vacuum sealer,
Oh,
food vacuum sealer. There were 2 that were, I think they both were brand new in the box. And so we had been talking about buying one, and
yeah.
I was like, there are 2 here.
You're gonna get
Let's
it.
go on and get it.
I think someone's selling a walking pad. I remember that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Nicole is selling her walking pad. Sometimes people sell like their Keurigs,
Mm-hmm.
those types of things. So, just different, smaller household
Yeah.
appliances and items. We want to stay true to the brand. We are children's
Mm-hmm.
resale, and so that's what we mostly have. But we have a little fun section for the parents.
Yeah. I like to always like, if you, well, since I mentioned I'm a teacher, you always get gifts and that sometimes you don't end up using or wanting.
Mhm.
And so that's what I kind of save, like gift packages, things like that, that aren't even opened. Not just Bath and Body Works, but those other kind of things, um, things that say mom on them, all
Mhm.
that. So yeah, it's a good little spot to check out.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Anything else you have?
No, I don't have anything with me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't think of anything I missed too. I mean, I am selling a bigger room decor item,
Mhm.
that I'll have to find a home for it, but yeah, it's not, because like if it's a room decor furniture, but not kids furniture, well, it is kids for, I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling.
Well, it just it depends. Like we have sold a couple of like fancy looking uh rockers, but like to me, like I was like Katina sold this like I loved it. I was in love with I was like, please don't sell because I'm gonna buy it. But it sold like the first or second day. Like it sold quickly, but
Yeah.
it was like this leather I think it was a nursery rocker, but it looked
Mhm.
like a regular
Yeah, it
chair.
could be
Like
in
you
your living room.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I was gonna put it like in the living room,
Yeah.
and so anyway, so stuff like that it's a little bit bigger, but it could go for like kids room,
Mhm.
but it could also go into your main room,
Yeah.
those things would be okay. Um yeah, so
Well, do you want to show the consigner guide?
yep, let's go on and do that. It is 8:37, I believe, so we
Mhm.
don't want to keep y'all all night, but we do want to go over the consigner guide. I'm just going to start right here. Can you see it?
Mhm. I would
Okay.
make it a little bigger if you
Do I need
could.
to be okay? Let's see. Actually, right here. Is that better?
Yeah. I mean, I can read everything. I don't know if you can you make that window bigger or no? Is that just the way it?
Let me see if I don't know if it's on here on the
Oh,
restream.
there you
Is that
go. Our
better?
faces went away, but you can see it really well.
Okay. Okay. Um, so I'm starting here because we're talking about Mommy Mart um, and room decor. So this part of the consigner guide talks about some of the things for Mommy Mart. So maybe new or like new kitchen utensils. These little storage baskets are popular. Um, all the different little room decor. Um, Maybe plants. We do not take coffee mugs if they are glass, but if it's plastic and it's fancy, maybe you go ahead and put that or a clock. Um, and again, um, candles and body lotion and things like that have to be unused. And no glass again. So but yeah, like if you get baby shower gifts, Amy was just talking about, sometimes teacher gifts, you might get more than one, or baby shower gifts, you get more than one, or something that you're not really going to use, you can put that in the sale. So I'm gonna go all the way to the top, and then I'll work my way down. Um, just because I want to hit a couple of things up here. Okay, so this is the very beginning of the consigner guide. Um, the consigner guide has little embedded videos that walk you through certain steps. This page tells you about how to sign up. Um, Here is where I was talking about that promo, where you earn the first 100% of your first $100. So if you bring any of these 4 items to the sale, you let us know at drop off that you are bringing them. We can verify them. They can't be recalled. We do have a safety and recall specialist that will go through all of those infant items and check for recalls. Um, but cribs, high chairs, the walkers, the baby sit-in, the extra saucers, jumperoos, mamaroos, um, so any of those like baby swings, strollers, stroller wagons, car seats, pack and plays, bassinets, bedside sleepers, the ride on cars, the motorized cars, any of the cozy coupe type things, um, full size outdoor playhouse. All of those things would make you eligible if you bring 4 of those things. And it doesn't have to be 4 different items. It could be 4 of the same. If you have 4 car seats that you need to sell, um, that would get you this promo. All right. It talks about the things that don't qualify, like the portable high chairs or clip-on high chairs. But if you have a regular high chair, that would count. Here are our item limits. So for maternity, it's 10 tags. Teen clothing, you get 20 tags per gender. 10 tags for bedding, 5 tags for mommy mart. And again, mommy mart must be marked reduced. And then stuffed animals have to be licensed or like a character. It can't just be like a regular plain Jane teddy bear that you want at the carnival. And you're limited to 5 tags there. And Amy, if there's anything like that you want to add, just jump on in there.
Okay, you're doing great.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, we do have a safety and recall website. It's safety.jbfsale.com where you can look for recalls yourself and look for those things because some items, some popular items have been recalled and they have fixes. Like the Mamaroos, some of the older Mamaroos have been recalled, but there are easy fixes. You can just call the company and get straps. Sometimes we might have some of those straps, but you have to fix it yourself. So anyway, you can look at that website. The car seat waivers, we talked about those already, but if you click on here, you'll get a pop-up of the car seat waiver where you can fill it out and have it completed before you drop off. They'll save you a little bit of time. Same with the crib waivers. And cribs cannot be manufactured before 2011. It has to be after June 28, 2011. With the high chairs, as well as like strollers and things, you have to have the original straps and buckles with them. And we talked about it earlier. Make sure like those straps are not all nasty and grimy. Like clean those out. It will help your item to sell. We don't accept any of these like lounger dockatots, things like this. Okay, we're gonna scroll through. We've talked about clothing quite a bit. Um, Again, any of this big stuff, like any of these things, like if you have them, bring them. These things usually fly. They fly out the door. People are usually looking for these things. These are things that bring people in when we show the pictures
Mm-hmm.
of these things or do the lives and we're showing these things, that's what usually will bring people in, but then they stay for all of the clothing and all of the toys and the other things. But this
Yeah.
gives it like that ooh factor.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say I think last year or last our last sale was probably our biggest that I since I've been around with big items, and
Hmm.
it was they were flying off flying
Yeah.
off the floor, but it really draws the shoppers in. So we try to showcase those big items especially.
Hmm. Yeah, we were like just full. We had no room for
Hmm.
holds. Like it was crazy. We had that big gym thing that like sold like
Yeah.
as soon as the doors opened, it was the first thing sold.
Yeah, and I remember we had a blow up pool that we had to put against
That's
the
the
side of
wall.
the wall.
Hmm.
But yeah, like all those things sold. So yeah.
Hmm. Yep. I'm gonna skip all of this because we've talked about all of that. Amy talked about earlier, anything that is torn, dirty, stained, we cannot accept that. If something requires batteries to work, um, you need to have a good battery in there. Um, we talked about toys and what tape to use, using painter's tape on like books and boxes. Um, in these sections, again, there are videos that you can click on, and it's a short video, like 2 to 3 minutes, if that long, showing you how to tag those items. All right, and so here again, shows you with large equipment, things we need it to be clean. So if it looks like this, you might have to do a little work, put a little elbow grease in. Before we started this live, um, I have a little VTech table. I was going to bring it in tonight. I should have, but it's so dirty. I was trying to, there's like some kind of either marker or nail polish or something on it, and I was trying to get it clean. I should have brought it to the show. Uh, but anyway, you might have to do a little work to get it clean, but we can't accept anything like this, like stains on the pack and play or on the mattress or whatever. We can't accept that. So make sure it's all clean. And this is the yellow tag we were talking about. This is what it looks like, how you would cut it, and it shows you how you would tag your item with it. Next week, we'll talk more about this as far as getting ready for drop off. That's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest of it is
Hmm.
drop off. Um, let me see.
We're back.
We're back. Let's see. And I'm trying to go back to figure out the, nope,
Oh,
now I just see you. Hold on.
now it's just me.
There we go. I was trying to see if I saw any comments. I'm just
Comments. Yeah, I
gonna,
was checking too. We didn't. I don't see any.
okay. Well, as we said, if there are questions, you can put them in the chat. We will be happy to answer those later. So you can check back to see, if your question is answered. We don't see any questions.
Mm-mm.
So
Fran,
any,
did you? Sorry, I was just thinking about this. Did you mention about the new challenge for February? Or are you doing that a different day?
I did not mention the new challenge. I am going to announce.
That
I
later.
will announce. Yeah, I will announce it. What is today? Today's Monday, right?
Yeah. You doing your Friday
um,
or something? Another day.
It'll be another day.
Yeah.
But thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
No,
Sorry.
but no, it'll be another day. I think we'll announce it tomorrow. I need to actually look to see on our purge, because our purge challenge has just ended, and I did not look to see if we had any comments. I think we did have comments this week, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to look and draw a winner if there is one, and then we'll put that up, and then go ahead and
Do
go into the next challenge. But it'll be out either I'll either post it tonight or tomorrow. So stay
sorry
tuned.
to call you out on that. I was just curious.
No, I'm glad you said, because I was thinking about it earlier, and then I don't know, I started doing something else, and then I didn't like do anything with it. So
No worries.
yeah, but that's it, y'all. Next week, we'll talk about drop off, any other questions that you all may have. And we'll just see the challenge that will be coming. Will be a tagging challenge. So trying to make sure that you're tagging. Do not wait until the weekend before the sale. Things happen, life happens, you never know what might happen. So don't wait until the weekend before the sale. Tag 9 items a night. I think we're going to do the 9 by 9 instead of the other one that we sometimes do.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, so get tagging. Get to tagging.
Yes. And share, share, share. Tell everyone you
Yes.
know.
Share with everybody. And it helps you. It helps your sales, because we can't sell you stuff if we don't have shoppers. So
Yeah.
tell all your friends about us. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Amy, you're going to come on next week, or?
If you want me. If you need me, I'm there. But if not, I'll probably be there watching anyways.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a
Okay.
fabulous week. Actually, I'll probably come on by myself a different time this week, and just kind of like go over like very
Announcements.
quickly maybe some things for the sale.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see y'all next Monday on Monday Night Lives.
Okay.